بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Riad Ouarzazi welcoming you to another episode of ROC Your Ramadan 2012, day 28. So yesterday we talked, or we asked the questions as to how do we know that our fasting or our ibadah has been accepted. Are there any indications or signs? So we talked about the mission of Ramadan, and the mission of Ramadan is to attain taqwa. So if you have entered in the state of low iman before Ramadan, and then you find yourself that your piety has increased after Ramadan, so alhamdulillah, you have fulfilled the mission of Ramadan. لعلكم تتقون إنما يتقبل الله من المتقين, that Allah will only accept from the righteous, from the pious. But I said, okay, how, maybe, what's the least that we could do after Ramadan? You may find yourself not reading Quran in the same frequency as you used to in Ramadan, but maybe I'd like to share with you I call it like the least plan, the very minimum that one could do, inshallah ta'ala, after Ramadan, until I'll come up with inshallah ta'ala, a more comprehensive lecture that would talk about this topic in more detail. The least plan, or the very minimum that maybe one could do after Ramadan, even if you can do one khatma or two khatma a month, or maybe maybe that's too much, one khatma or one khatma every month, or one khatma every 2 months. The Prophet says one khatma every month, but if you could even do one khatma every 2 months, as long as you do not totally refrain from reading the Quran. The least. Just keep that Quran companionship that you used to in Ramadan, keep it after Ramadan. One khatma, per month, or every 2 months. So now, at least I'm telling you that you are keeping in touch with the Quran as you used to in Ramadan. Salat in the masjid as you used to in Ramadan. Most of us would at least go for Isha. At least, the least is Isha. In Ramadan, and a lot of us would even start going, mashallah, for Fajr. Dhuhr, I don't even talk about Dhuhr. Dhuhr is, even the little ones, they go for Dhuhr, mashallah. So, if you could at least after Ramadan, especially for the brothers, to adhere to 2 salah, Fajr and Isha. Or at least Fajr, which is the toughest on your iman, the toughest on the hypocrites, in fact, is Salat al-Fajr and Isha. So if you could at least stick to Salat al-Fajr and Isha in the masjid. I'm not talking about the 5 daily prayers, I'm talking about the least that you could do here. Fajr, early morning, and Isha at night. Fasting, as you used to do lots of fasting, we fasted, alhamdulillah, in Ramadan. We want to stay in touch with the spirit of Ramadan. If you could fast maybe just couple days a month, I'm not saying every Monday and Thursday, every Monday, just maybe start with once a week or once every couple weeks. So every couple weeks you fast a day, Monday, let's say. And then the second, and then another, Monday or Thursday, so that you get to fast at least twice in the whole month, in a month. I'm just saying, maybe this is the least you could do. If you want to, fast every Monday and Thursday, or every Monday, or, alhamdulillah, whatever the sunnah is, or every, 3 days every month. These are the sunnah, but I'm just saying here, this is the prescription for the sick. Just like me, I'm sick. This is the prescription for the sick. The iman is sick. Somebody who's sick in his iman. Maybe at least if you could fast, maybe just 2 days a month, to stay in touch with the fasting, with the spirit of Ramadan. Sadaqah. A lot of us gave lots of sadaqah, mashallah, in Ramadan. Right? We used to give lots of sadaqah, mashallah, tabarakallah. How about if you maybe just $1 a week? what is $1? £1. But at least that you stay in touch with sadaqah, with giving. $1 a week. Is it too much? Or £1 a week, or whatever your currency is. $1 a week. So easy. Just stay in touch with, as long as you don't give up the good work that you used to do in Ramadan. Remember? All the good work that you used to do, keep that good work, inshallah ta'ala, after Ramadan. Imagine somebody who's been working, he works, and then he gets his monthly paycheck. Every month, at the end of the month, he gets his paycheck. So he's been working hard in the beginning, throughout the month going, and then after, the last week, before the end of the month, in the final week, then he started quitting, coming to his job. Especially in the last 5 days or 4 days, what happened? He just, started, not showing up. And then at the end of the month, he gets a paycheck with 5 days, sort of missing from it. He did not get the full paycheck. He only get a paycheck, but minus 5 days. He says, why? Well, they said, we only paid you for the days that you have showed up. You've showed up 25 days. You got paid for 25 days. You didn't show up for the last 5 days. This is the analogy of the people who they go to the masajid in the beginning of Ramadan, the middle of Ramadan, right up to the night of the 27th. And after the night of the 27th, you don't see them until Eid. Do you think you're gonna get the same ajr? That's in fact a sign that maybe your ibadah hasn't been accepted, because you quit coming to the masjid after the night of the 27th. You took it easy. You didn't have the same intensity that you had before, throughout the month, and then you came until the end of the month, and then you quit. Yeah, this is very scary. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stay strong, inshaAllah ta'ala. Today's 28, and then we have only, about a couple days left, and khalas, Ramadan is really, really officially gone. Insha'Allah ta'ala, I'm preparing a lecture. It will be an online seminar on how to rock in your iman after Ramadan. Rock in your iman after Ramadan. Everything's got to rock here, So rock in your iman after Ramadan. Stay tuned for more information, inshaAllah ta'ala, about this online event. Until tomorrow for another episode of ROC Your Ramadan, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.